Have you ever called your cat and it just looked at you for a second before quietly walking away? No reaction, no excitement, nothing. Or maybe your cat sleeps next to you every night, close enough to touch, but somehow you still feel a strange distance, like something is missing. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Some cats don't love their owners the way we believe they do. And the hardest part is, most people never notice it until that connection is already gone. We all want to believe our cat loves us, that every purr means affection, every moment near us means trust. But cats don't express love the way we expect. They're quiet, subtle, independent. They don't explain how they feel. They show it in small behaviors, tiny signals that are easy to ignore. And if you miss those signals, you might slowly lose your bond with your cat without even realizing it.
1. Eye contact. Think about this for a moment. When was the last time your cat looked into your eyes and stayed there? Not just a quick glance, but a calm, soft gaze, followed by a slow blink. Because in a cat's world, that moment means everything. A slow blink is trust. It's comfort. It's their way of saying, I feel safe with you. But what if your cat avoids that? What if every time you try to connect, it looks away or quietly leaves the room? At first, it feels small, but over time, you start to feel it. That invisible distance, like you're close, but not really connected. If this feels familiar, like you've experienced this without fully understanding it, you're not alone. Most cat owners go through this without realizing why. If you want to understand your cat on a deeper level, consider subscribing, because what you're seeing is just the beginning.
2. The tail. Now let's talk about something people often misunderstand. The tail. You see your cat sitting near you. Its tail starts moving, fast, sharp, back and forth. You might think it's excited, but it's not. That kind of movement is tension. It's irritation. It's your cat quietly saying, I'm not comfortable. Please stop. And maybe you've been there before. You kept petting it, thinking it liked the attention, until suddenly it walked away. Or worse, scratched you. Not because it's aggressive, but because it tried to warn you and you didn't notice.
3. Excessive scratching.
You come home after a long day, tired, maybe a little overwhelmed, hoping for a quiet moment. And then you see it. Something is ruined. Your couch, your chair, something it never touched before. You stop, you stare at it, and your first thought is, why is my cat doing this to me? It feels personal, like it chose your favorite thing on purpose. But here's the truth. Your cat isn't trying to hurt you. It's not trying to punish you. It doesn't think like that. It's trying to release something. Stress, anxiety, restlessness, a feeling it doesn't understand. Something in its world has changed. Maybe something small, so small you didn't even notice. A new smell, a new sound, a shift in your routine, even your energy when you walk into the room. Things that mean nothing to you can mean everything to it. And instead of telling you directly, it shows it through scratching, through tearing, through destruction. Not because it wants to break things, but because something inside it feels like it's breaking first.
Sign 4. Litter box issues.
This is the one that frustrates people the most. Your cat suddenly stops using the litter box,
And it feels personal, like it's acting out, like it's trying to send a message. And in a way, it is, but not the way you think. Cats are naturally clean animals, extremely clean. They take pride in that. So when they stop, something is wrong. Not maybe, not sometimes. Something is wrong. It could be stress, a change in environment, a new pet, a new person, even a slight change in where the litter box is placed. Or something deeper, physical discomfort, pain you can't see, a body that doesn't feel right anymore. And instead of crying, instead of making noise, they change their behavior. This behavior
is not rebellion. It's communication. A quiet, uncomfortable, but very real way of saying, something doesn't feel right, and I don't know how to tell you.
Sign 5. Over-grooming. You notice your cat grooming itself, again, and again, and again. At first, it looks normal. Cats groom, that's what they do, so you don't think much of it. But slowly, you start to see the difference. The timing feels off. The frequency increases. It doesn't stop. Then one day, you notice something else. The fur starts thinning. Small patches become larger ones. The skin becomes visible. And that's when it becomes real. This is not grooming anymore. This is anxiety. This is your cat trying to calm itself, the only way it knows how. Because something inside feels off, unsettled, unstable, and it doesn't know how to fix it. So it repeats the only action that gives it a moment of relief, even if that relief is slowly hurting it.
Sign 6. Hiding. There was a time. Your cat stayed close to you. It followed you, sat near you, watched you quietly, like you were part of its world. But now, it hides. Under the bed, behind furniture, in corners you rarely check. Somewhere quiet, away from everything. And you start to wonder, did I do something wrong? Maybe, or maybe, something just doesn't feel safe anymore. Not necessarily you, but the space, the energy, the environment. And when a cat doesn't feel safe, it doesn't confront, it disappears. Because hiding is the only way it knows how to protect itself. Sign 7. Ignoring affection. You try to connect. You call its name, softly, the way you always do. You reach out your hand, slow, gentle. You try to pet it, and nothing. No response, no movement, no engagement, just distance. And that silence feels heavier than anything else, because deep down, you feel it. Something has changed. Cats don't fake affection. They don't pretend. If they feel safe, they come closer. If they feel love, they show it. And if they don't, you feel that gap, that invisible space between what used to be and what is now. But here's the truth, the one most people misunderstand. Your cat doesn't hate you. It's not being difficult. It's just not okay. And you are part of the environment it lives in, which means you also have the power to change how it feels. Change the way you understand your cat, and you might change everything. The distance, the silence, the confusion. If this made you see things differently, subscribe, because sometimes the difference between distance and real connection is simply understanding what your cat has been trying to tell you all along.